President. It's appropriate that the National Parliament should pause and offer our condolences to our friends in Japan, and I thank the government for scheduling this time. I also congratulate the government for the announcement this morning of the aid, and note that we were among the first responders, as Japan was, right after the earthquake in Christchurch, and that spirit of generosity now is being more than repaid, and I'm proud to be a part of that. This condolence is unusual in that we're not paying our respects to a disaster in the past tense, but one that's still unfolding. All of us here are aware of the unthinkable magnitude of this disaster, the compounding horror of quake, tsunami, a crippled nuclear power complex and heavy unseasonal snowfalls. So I wish to add the condolences of the Australian Greens to those who have spoken already. Our thoughts are with those who lost family and friends, those made homeless, and those who still endure the fear of not knowing if their loved ones are safe, with so many still missing. It would be easy to dwell on the unbelievable suffering that overtook the Pacific coast without warning the Friday before last. But what shines through are the moments of courage and resilience that show up the true character of the Japanese people. The website prayforjapan.jp hosts translations of messages from inside the disaster area. I just picked out two. An old man was rescued after being stranded in a house for 42 hours. He smiled at the camera. I've experienced the tsunami in Chile. I've seen everybody get back on their feet, and I know we can do it. Another one. Nights were never this dark, and I never realised how beautiful the stars were. Sendai, look up and keep your heads high. That was overheard at an evacuation camp. Yesterday, we saw a young man and his 80-year-old grandmother rescued from the freezing ruin of their house, surviving on yoghurt and soft drink while they waited for the Self-Defence Force to arrive. A day after the quake shook Tokyo and stopped the city, the trains were back in operation. I've seen an image of a road in Ibaraki Prefecture torn in half and displaced several feet in either direction, and a photograph then taken 4 days later showing the road repaired. The nationwide energy-saving crisis was dubbed Operation Yashima from a famous Japanese animation, and on the 14th of March, in the face of extreme power shortages, people cut 40% off demand for electricity. We must acknowledge those at the centre of the exclusion zone, the engineers, the technicians, the emergency services workers and SDF personnel who, as we speak today, are taking extraordinary personal risks to prevent the meltdown disaster from escalating to something truly unthinkable. We don't know the names of these people cycling in and out of the plant on 10-minute shifts, but we owe them our gratitude nonetheless. One of them wrote to his wife, "Please try to be well. It's important at least you do. I won't be able to come home for a while." It's too soon to know what lessons will be learned from the meltdown at Fukushima, even as the invisible killer of radiation stalks northern Japan and complicates rescue efforts. That's not a debate for right now, but one day soon there will be a reckoning. I've been fortunate to travel to Japan on several occasions and must admit I love the place dearly, the warmth of the people and the sheer crazy energy of the place. It's deeply distressing to see our friends there put under such awful stress. My partner Rico, who's in the gallery today, has already taught me a lot about the resilience and the stoic courage of her people, has shown enormous courage and love herself, and emphasised that spirit of what can I do, and just got to work. I'm in no doubt at all that this country will rebuild stronger. This is a country that does what it sets out to do. So for the moment we focus on disaster recovery and the relief of those in the midst of suffering. Tomorrow thoughts turn to rebuilding. Another useful word to add to our lexicon that Senator Abetz introduced is gambare, which translates roughly as a combination of take courage, keep your chin up. Gambare Nihon, gambare Tohoku. Thank you.